Hi friends, welcome to JAYAM online classes. Let me see one more topic. So that is the Vice President of India. The Vice President of India. Okay. So in our last class we discussed about President of India. Okay, in the topic qualifications, election method, term, salary and powers and functions. We discussed about all these issues in last topic, that is the president. Okay, so let me see the vice president. Which one? Vice president. According to article 63, the vice president office is in India. According to article 63, the Vice President office is in India. Okay. The Vice President is second citizen of India. First citizen is the President and second citizen is the Vice President of India. So as per protocol, the first one President, second one Vice President. Okay. Articles 63-70 explain about Vice President of India in 5th part of Constitution. Okay, the President articles are in 5th part and the Vice President articles are in 5th part, no doubt about it. Okay, the first Vice President S. Radhakrishnan and present Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu. Okay, the Vice President is an ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. This system adopted from America. Which country? America. Okay, the Vice President is an ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. This system adopted from which country? America. Okay. Who is first Vice President of India? Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, Vice President period from 1952 1962. 1952-62. Present Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu. M. Venkaiah Naidu. 2017 to till today. Okay. Who is the first Vice President? Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. Present Vice President name M. Venkaiah Naidu. M. Venkaiah Naidu. Is it clear? Next. Radhakrishnan and Hamid Ansari. Both of them continued in Vice President office 10 years. Okay, each one continued in Vice President office, that is 10 years. From 1952 to 62, Radhakrishnan Vice President period, and another one, okay, Hamid Ansari. Hamid Ansari. Hamid Ansari period from 2007 to 2017. Okay, so Both of them continued in Vice President office 10 years each one. Okay. And V.V. Giri, Varahagiri, Venkatagiri continued in Vice President office from 1967 to 69. From 1967 to 69. Okay. So this is V.V. Giri period. This is Radhakrishnan and Hamid Ansari period. Long period and short period. Okay. Next one. Till today, no one woman Vice President of India. Pratibha Patil was President of India, but no woman Vice President in India till today. Okay, right. Next one, let me see qualifications. Whose qualifications? Vice President qualifications. Okay. So according to our textbook and according to Indian Constitution, the Vice President qualifications are as follows one by one. Number 1, should be citizen of India. The first qualification, should be citizen of India. Second qualification, that is minimum age. That is minimum age. Should be completed the minimum age of 35 years. Should be completed the minimum age of 35 years. Okay. Third one, deposit amount, that is 15,000 rupees. That is 15,000 rupees. Should be deposited 15,000 rupees. Okay. All the contesting candidates should deposit 15,000 rupees in Vice President election. Okay. This amount is conditionally refundable. What is that condition? At least 1/6 votes should be got out of total polled and valued votes. Out of total polled and valued votes. Okay. Otherwise, they won't give this amount to us. Okay. Deposit amount how much? 15,000 rupees. Either in president election or vice president election, the deposit amount is the same. That is 15,000 rupees. How much? 15,000 rupees. Okay. Next one, another one. Any 25 members, any 25 members support, any 25 members support to contesting candidate name, and another any 25 members of Vice President Electoral College propose the candidate name. Okay. Support the candidate. Number of members 25. And propose candidate name. Number of members 25. Okay. Out of total strength of the Vice President Electoral College. The Vice President Electoral College. Okay. This is qualification. That is a minimum age 35 years. Deposit amount is 15,000 rupees. And third one, supporting members 25. Proposing members are 25. out of total strength of the Vice President Electoral College. And another one, should not hold any profitable office. Should not hold any profitable office. So these are qualifications to contest in Vice President election. Next one, election and term. Election and term. Election and term. Who conduct the Vice President election means Election Commission of India. Election Commission of India. Okay. Election Commission of India and State Election Commission, both are in India, but exclusively State Election Commission conducts local body elections, and Election Commission of India conducts all the elections other than local body election. So, the Election Commission of India conducts the Vice President election. The Vice President election. Next, who elect the Vice President means Electoral College of the Vice President. Okay. President Electoral College is different. The Vice President Electoral College is different. Okay. Only the Vice President Electoral College constitutes all the members of Parliament. Okay. All the members of Parliament. Okay. Right. For example, Rajya Sabha total strength present 245. Lok Sabha total strength 545. Rajya Sabha total strength is 245. Lok Sabha total strength is present 545. Nominated members also there in Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Including the nominated members, all the parliament members participate in the Vice President election. Okay, next one. MLAs, they are not in Vice President Electoral College. Okay, elected MLAs participate in President election along with elected MPs. But here, all the parliament members, including nominated members, participate in Vice President election. Okay, ma? Right. The Electoral College elect the Vice President of India through proportional representation by means of single transferable vote system. Okay, once again, the Electoral College elect the Vice President through proportional representation by means of single transferable vote system. Single transferable vote system. Okay, next one. Another one. Rajya Sabha Secretary or Lok Sabha Secretary act as returning officer in vice president election. In the year of 2017, in last vice president election, Rajya Sabha Secretary Sharif worked as returning officer in India. Okay, alternative times. One time Lok Sabha Secretary act as returning officer in president election and vice president election, and next time Rajya Sabha Secretary act as returning officer in president election and vice president election. So, in last election, the Rajya Sabha Secretary Sharif worked as returning officer in 2017 vice president election. Okay, in coming vice president election, Lok Sabha Secretary act as returning officer. Okay, right. Supreme Court has power solve the disputes of president election and vice president election. Only Supreme Court solve the disputes of president election and vice president election. Okay, next one. Swearing ceremony. Swearing ceremony. The vice president take oath of office in the presence of President of India. President take oath of office in the presence of Supreme Court Chief Justice. The vice president take oath of office in the presence of president only. Okay, right. So next one. Term. Next one, term. According to Constitution, the vice president term is 5 years. According to Constitution, the vice president term is 5 years. How many years? 5 years. From which date onwards? When you taken oath of office as the vice president of India, from that day onwards, your term is 5 years. Your term is 5 years. Okay. Now next one, another one. Due to any reason the vice president want to resign to office, to whom he give resignation letter, means president. Means president. The vice president gives resignation letter to the President of India. Okay? No one act as the Vice President of India temporarily in the absence of Vice President. Supreme Court Chief Justice or some others. Okay? No one act as the Vice President of India. Okay, right. And another one, next one. What is the removal method of Vice President? Here. Removal. Resolution. Okay. Introduce removal resolution against the Vice President of India. Firstly, in Rajya Sabha. Because the Vice President is an ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. So that 100% we should introduce and move removal resolution against the Vice President in only Rajya Sabha. Okay. On what basis we introduce removal resolution against the Vice President in Rajya Sabha means violation of Constitution. Okay. Violation of Constitution. On the basis of violation of Constitution, introduce removal resolution against the Vice President in Rajya Sabha with the support of 1/4 members of Rajya Sabha. 1/4 members of Rajya Sabha. We should intimate to Vice President 14 days before only. We should introduce removal resolution against Vice President firstly in Rajya Sabha with prior notice of 14 days. Okay. Rajya Sabha accept this removal resolution with simple majority. Later on, the removal resolution go to Lok Sabha also. Lok Sabha also should accept. Lok Sabha also should accept removal resolution with simple majority. Both houses of the parliament should accept removal resolution with simple majority to terminate the Vice President from office at any time on or before 5 years. Okay. But luckily, so far, no one Vice President terminated by the Parliament in India. Okay. The vacated Vice President office may be filled up within 6 months. May be filled up within 6 months. Okay, ma. May be filled up within 6 months. Right? So, this is the Vice President term. That is Vice President term. Okay. Next one. Another one. Salaries. Let me see salaries. According to Constitution, no salary of the Vice President, but the Vice President take salary as the chairman of Rajya Sabha. Parliament decide salary of Vice President. At present, the Vice President salary is 4 lakhs rupees. 4 lakhs rupees. But in our textbook, the salary is 1,25,000. But in reality, actually, the present Vice President salary is how much more? 4 lakhs. Okay. The Vice President take salary and pension from consolidated Fund of India. So in India, how many funds there? 2. One is Consolidated Fund of India. Second one is Contingency Fund of India. So this is under the control of Union Government. No change of the Vice President salary in normal times, reduce the Vice President's salary during the period of financial emergency. Okay, right? But so far, President not imposed financial emergency so that the Parliament not reduced salary of Vice President in India. Okay, next one. Another one. In some times, the Vice President may act as the President of India temporarily, not more than 6 months. During that period, the Vice President takes President's salary. Present President's salary is 5 lakhs. As per textbook, President's salary is 1,50,000. Okay. So instead of Vice President's salary, he takes President's salary. Okay. How long he work as President of India temporarily? So he enjoys and he receives President's salary only. Okay. So Union government provides free accommodation, transportation, communication and other facilities apart from salary. These are salary and allowances of Vice President of India. So let me see powers and functions. Powers and functions. The Vice President powers and functions are only 2. One is ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. And the second one is act as President of India temporarily. Okay, na? So how many types of Vice President functions? 2. One is ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. Second one is act as President of India temporarily. So according to Constitution, the Vice President the Vice President is an ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. We adopted this system from America. Okay. Rajya Sabha first chairman Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. Present Rajya Sabha chairman is M. Venkaiah Naidu. Okay. So being the chairman of Rajya Sabha, the Vice President presides over Rajya Sabha meeting and conduct House meetings smoothly and effectively. He has to conduct Deputy Chairman election of Rajya Sabha. He allocate seats to honorable members in the House. He supervise and control all the activities of staff who are working in Rajya Sabha. Chairman participate in voting whenever bill is tied. Next one, Rajya Sabha. Okay. The chairman participate in voting when the bill is tied. It is called as casting vote.
you.